Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Jay Gonzalez. On today's episode, we are going to be discussing older men being sought after by modern women. All right, folks, you know what time it is? Let's get controversial. Welcome back. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. And this is coming from Eric from East Chicago. And he says he read an article about a survey and he wanted to know my thoughts on it. According to Match.com and Tinder survey, modern women between 18 to 35 years old have been migrating towards older men between 40 to even 50. Due to the fact that older men are more stable and can offer a better life to a modern woman that a modern man can't. Oof. Yeah, that's pretty deep. I can understand that. So, I mean, without a doubt. I mean, when you really think about it, I mean, older men usually are tired of games, okay? They're tired of games. They just want peace. They just want a good woman that they can usually aren't out there clubbing or looking, trying to slay a bunch of women. That's not what older men usually are about. Older men are more prone to be stable than modern men. You know, they are more prone to have their own house, to have their own cars, etc. You know, they've been through the trials and tribulations to get to where they're at. So they're more stable. You know, older men at times, honestly, have more traditional traits. They have more traditional traits than modern men. Okay? They're more gentlemen than modern men. So clearly, to some women, that is sought after. Older men also have masculine traits more than modern men. You know? So traditional men were just raised differently. They were raised more rough. So for those women out there that like a masculine man, you're definitely going to find it in a majority, I would say, of older men. Now, I'm not trying to say that there is not no softer older men, but yeah, the majority, without a doubt, are masculine. They choose their friends and who they hang with wisely. Older people just don't want to hang out with anybody. They're not trying to waste their time hanging out with losers or whatever the case may be. Who they hung out with in high school, you know what, things change, but they might not hang out with them today. They might not see the same values in them today. So they choose who they associate with. Okay, they don't want no part of no drama or no nothing. Okay, and to be honest, you know, and I'm not saying that it's all of older men, but older men are also more prone to be more faithful because, again, it goes back to what I was saying. They're tired of the games. They're tired of, you know, chasing after women. They're just looking for that good one that they can settle down with. And now that they're in their prime, because for those that don't know, you know, an average human male, and go ahead and feel free to Google it all you want, folks, doesn't even mature till 42, 43 years old, the male brain. So that's why sometimes when you see all these people saying, oh, he's going through a midlife crisis, no, now he's just more mature. He knows what he wants. He knows what he can get. He knows how to budget it. He knows how to make it happen. So you know what? If you see him driving that Corvette, that's because he earned it. He knows how to be able to afford to pay for it. And, you know, he deserves it at the end of the day. So, again, they're more stable. Now, here's the thing about older men. Older men also, at times, and again, I said the pros, now here could be the cons. Older men at times could also have kids. They could also have been previously married. So, and I'm not saying that they're all great guys. Some of them can be losers. But overall, the problem that we're facing here is that a woman's expectations, and this is why I feel for modern men, because modern men, they're still young, they're still learning, you know, what they want to be, you know, working hard at becoming better person of themselves. You know, it's not like women that are born with their natural beauty and they can pretty much get whatever they want if they're beautiful. You know, modern men have to work for it. You know, you got to build your wealth. You got to build your clout. You know, you got to build your social status, whatever women are impressed with these days. So I feel for them on that aspect. they don't all have, there's not many 25, 27, sometimes even 30-year-olds that own their own properties, etc., let alone a property that's paid off or a car. So it's difficult that you're not in that position to have those items that these women want. I get it. And that's something that has to change, for the woman. But due to the hypergamic nature, that would never happen. So we could do nothing but accept it and learn how to, just keep up bettering yourself, and eventually you're going to get the woman you want. But as for you older men out there, those of you guys in your 40s, mid 40s, maybe early 50s, choose, if you are going to go out there and entertain this, choose them wisely, okay? Look at her traits. Pay attention to signals, signs, if you will. If she's constantly out there going out clubbing with her girls, etc., and still wants to party and still wants to live that life, then you know what? She's not the one. But if you're already in that position that, you're stable enough as a 40-plus-year-old man, you got your shit together, and you know what? You want to go out there and go out on cruises and you want to have a nice woman next to you, then go ahead if you're in that position to do it. But proceed with caution. What we don't want as men in their 40s is to be nobody's sugar daddy. That's not this type of party. Okay? So, if that's what you're expecting, sorry, ma'am, that's not going to happen. But you can meet a good one, a woman that hasn't been corrupted, it doesn't have a high body count, that hasn't been with, the best man in her life. Because here's the thing, and this is a problem that a lot of people don't understand about body count. When you have a high body count, the chances of you sleeping with a guy who's so extraordinary, that's so gorgeous, that checks so many boxes, especially if you're a beautiful woman, are very high. When that happens, you can never look at another man as like he's anything, because you're still stuck on him. So be careful, gentlemen, is all I'm trying to say. Have fun. Search for the right one. Look to see if, you have the same values or if you're compatible. And remember, understand, a lot of these young people, okay, and this is the thing between older men as well as younger men. A lot of these younger men don't have no damn game in person. And I don't blame them for that. It's the simple two reasons. One, they probably weren't taught. Two, we're living in a social media age where you could DM, send that DM, practice on your words, do a spell check, whatever you got to do, make sure, send, and impress her. So I don't blame you men. But, again, something's got to change. And at the end of the day, you fellas work on yourself. Forget whatever the stats are talking about. And just build on you. And as for you men in your 40s, you know what? If you want to play the game, play it smart. So hopefully that answers your question. I do appreciate you submitting it to the show. And again, until the next one, I'm your host, Jay Gonzalez. And remember, you ain't living life unless life is controversial. Peace out.